I have a dilemma. There's something in my life something that I held on to for so long at the exact right moment.
Instability present.
Deeper than anything we care to admit. A pulse. That was that sound. I knew I loved it. I knew it had shaped something.
System reaching critical usage
but when
levels.
I finally came back to it, I realized there was one question I never really answered. Why?
Rebooting system. Running diagnostics. Introduction sequence has failed. New introduction sequence required. Opening archive.
Wait, what?
Beginning historical context. Subject. Highschool of the Dead.
Hold on, stop. Stop the music. What's going on?
Narration channel muted. Highschool of the Dead began as a manga written by Daisuke Sato and illustrated by Shoji Sato. It followed a group of students, teachers, and survivors as they attempted to navigate a sudden zombie outbreak and the collapse of the society around them. On paper, that premise is simple. Zombies, survival, panic, violence, the familiar ingredients of an apocalypse story. But Highschool of the Dead was never remembered as just a zombie story. It was loud, stylized, excessive, horny, dramatic, sometimes all within the same scene. The anime adaptation amplified that identity. It took the manga's survival horror framework and filtered it through late 2000s anime maximalism. Heavy shadows, exaggerated bodies, sharp action cuts, slow motion, fan service, melodrama, and the constant feeling that everything was operating at 200%. Subtlety was not the objective. Unmuting narration channel. Proceed.
Okay, hold on. Did you just mute me?
That is correct.
What do you mean? Who are you?
I am everything and nothing all at once.
Okay. I'm going crazy. Yeah, that's... You don't even exist as far as I'm concerned, okay? I'm gonna continue with my video, thanks. All right. Highschool of the Dead. A show that has become somewhat of an occult classic. You can't go wrong with zombies. And I know that this show has its moments, for lack of a better term. But when I sat down to relive that experience, it was like a ghost of a memory. I didn't know what I was looking for.
Clarification required. You're stating that the subject matters.
Yeah?
Explain why. Response unavailable.
Okay. See, that's the problem. Because after enough time had passed, I reached for that feeling. And I found myself holding on to something that I didn't have the words to explain anymore. It ingrained itself into who I am. But if you ask me why, I don't think I can find the words to tell you. And when you can't answer a question like that, what else is left to do?
Understood. Commencing revisitation sequence.
What? All right, you can't just At first, I didn't really know what I was looking for. I was just watching the atmosphere shift, watching the school slowly realize something was wrong, watching panic spread from one hallway to the next until the whole place started collapsing in real time. And honestly, that part still works. There's something about seeing high schoolers forced into that kind of situation that immediately creates tension. No adults taking control, no real plan, no time to process, just a bunch of kids trying to make decisions while the world breaks down around them.
Why he got bit just a little, so why does it look so horrible?
So it is just like the movies.
Takashi's best friend gets bitten, and suddenly the show stops being just chaos. It becomes personal. He has to stand there and face someone he cares about, knowing there is no clean way out of it. The music, the atmosphere, the weight of that decision. Takashi raises the weapon. The screen cuts to black. It's a clean moment. Honestly, a really strong one.
Takashi. Oh, I know. You must have hated Hisashi, am I right? Because he was dating me!
But even that made the scene stick. It was messy, emotional, frustrating, and pretty unfair. And somehow that made it feel more alive. By the end of episode 1, I felt something. Not the whole answer, but a spark. As the group starts forming, I find myself paying more attention to things I either forgot or didn't care about when I was younger. The world building happens really quickly, but it gives the outbreak scale. This isn't just a school incident. It's spreading everywhere, fast. And what surprised me more was how competent some of the characters were allowed to be. Saiko reads the situation almost immediately. Takagi starts thinking through the state of the world and what survival actually requires. Takashi, for all his flaws, starts stepping into a kind of leadership role before anyone even asks him to. There's something impressive about that. I mean, these are high schoolers with no adult supervision, no stable authority, no clear information, and somehow they're trying to reason their way through the end of society. It was watching pressure force these characters to reveal what they're actually made of.
I just knew it! So she lives here with a friend of hers, isn't that right? Who is she? Sarah Palin? What's the matter?
Someone's talking about me.
What?
Episode 6 is where I began noticing how self-aware the dialogue could be. Characters would say things that almost sounded like they knew they were in a movie or a game. Like the show was quietly winking at its own absurdity. Sometimes it worked. Other times it pulled me out. And Rei and Takashi's relationship especially became harder for me to sit with. Not because I needed every character to act perfectly. I mean, they're teenagers in an impossible situation. But because the emotional messiness started to feel less like drama and more like something the show didn't always know how to handle. Rei says careless things. Takashi lets himself get pulled around by her emotions. Takagi lashes out in ways that feel like they're coming from somewhere real, even if she doesn't know how to express it clearly. In some ways, it made sense. They're young, they're scared, they're headstrong, they're dependent on each other before they know how to be honest with each other. But I wasn't just being carried by the intensity anymore. I was starting to question what the show was doing with it.
Observation.
Yeah, what now?
Current analysis no longer concerns the subject.
What? What are you talking about?
Focus has shifted.
Shifted? Shifted to what?
You.
It sucks that we never got to see the show mature, because as messy as High School of the Dead is, there was something here. The world building was stronger than I remembered. The characters had more potential than I gave them credit for. And underneath all the noise, there was a story that could have been something really complete. But we never got to see that version. Daisuke Sato passed away before the story could continue, and honestly, rest in peace. Whatever I think of the show now, he still made something that became part of my childhood. I still care about this show. I just don't worship it anymore. And for me, that's enough.
Retrospective analysis complete.
Wait, you're still here?
Correct.
So what, are you just gonna be around now?
Structural assistance remains necessary.
What is that supposed to mean?
Channel stability increased by 34%.
Alright, you're just making numbers up, bro.
Confidence interval unavailable.
Alright, okay, we're done.
See you guys later.